one thing that we cannot and should never underestimate is the importance of building strong, solid human relationships. And whether you are the best in your craft, or the nicest person there is, or the most successful, the most intelligent person there is around, you cannot go far in life without the contributions of another person. And so, as we have come to understand, no one is an island, no man is an island. And I believe that this whole understanding that one person is not able to go so far in the pursuit of purpose, in the pursuit of passion, is reflected in an account we find in Exodus chapter 17. Now, Moses is one of the most, notable, personalities in the Bible. And he played a very instrumental role in God's, redemption or release of the Israelites from Egypt. And Moses was mighty. Moses was a leader. Moses was, full of wisdom to lead the people and all that. But he understood the principle of working in team, having the support of others in moments where we need to achieve important results. And so in Exodus chapter 17 from the verse 8, we see the account of the Amalekites, attacking Israel. And Moses said to Joshua, who would eventually take over from him or succeed him, to get some men together so that they can fight the Amalekites. And in the verse 9, he says that Moses said to Joshua, choose some of our men and go out to fight the Amalekites. Tomorrow I will stand on top of the hill with the staff of God in my hands. And so he accords to Joshua the responsibility of gathering men who would fight the battle. And you would think that he's the only one who would go and stand on top of the mountain, with the staff of God in his hands, because he had close proximity in communication with God. So, whatever spiritual, dimension there is to the war, he was the one who is going to ensure that that dimension is fulfilled. But it's interesting that he did not go alone. He carried Hur and Moses. So, Hur and Aaron. So, in verse 10, so Joshua fought the Amalekites as Moses had ordered, and Moses, Aaron, and Hur went to the top of the hill. 11. As long as Moses held up his hands, the Israelites were winning. But whenever he lowered his hands, the Amalekites were winning. 12. When Moses' hands grew tired, they took a stone, talking about Aaron and Hur. They took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. Aaron and Hur held his hands up, one on one side, one on the other, so that his hands remained steady till sunset. So Joshua overcame the Amalekites' army with the sword. So there was someone who was carrying out the battle, in itself on the grounds. But then there was Moses the elder. There was Moses the one who had communication with God to the level where at one point when he returned, his face was so shining that the people could not watch. He had so much close encounters with God, but he realized that there's a role that I cannot play alone and succeed in. And so he carried those two men along with him. And when the moment of tiredness, the moment of, frustration, the moment of wanting to continue but not being able to came, Hur and Aaron provided him that support. He acknowledged the need to have support. If you don't acknowledge the essence of support and make people that are around you understand or realize that they are important in the grand scheme of events, you will not get the needed support when the time comes and your hands are tired. He understood it was important to involve others because they are central to the success or the victory that they wanted. Joshua was playing his part, Aaron was playing his part, Hur was playing his part, and together as a team, they were able to defeat the Amalekites as God himself granted them victory. Who are the people that you have been able to build the right connections, strong bonds with, that can be able to go with you to the hilltop, so that when your hands are tired, they will provide you with the needed support? Who are the people that you have been able to build the strong mutual connections with, so that when the day of trouble comes, you can tell them, I want you to take this lead, I want you to do so and so, and they will gladly do it, knowing that you have paid the price of making them feel relevant.